Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Malay metal. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Chapta. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those are attending in online. Am I audible? Is my voice is clear? Yes, my voice is clear, guys. Please confirm to me. Any disturbance, any background noise? Hmm? No, no. Right, sir. Now, check it what we completed in the last session. So in the last class, we understand overall we are discussing about the differences between Java and other programming languages. We are understanding there. We completed. That means we are discussing almost all three differences we completed. What are the three differences we completed in the last class? In the last sessions, first one is C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but preprocessor doesn't require in Java. Next one is C and C++ are platform dependent, but Java is a platform independent programming language. Alright, they are the points we understood. Yesterday we understand totally. Yesterday we have the concept like what there. C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. If any programming language allows its applications to perform the compilation and execution on the same operating system, not on different operating systems, then the programming language is called platform dependent programming language. Examples C, C++. If we compile C and C++ applications, then the compiler will generate a .exe file where the .exe file contains directly executable code and it is having the local operating system representations like Windows operating system representations. In the above context, if we want to execute the Windows represented .exe file, then we must provide the same Windows operating system at runtime. Here the C and C++ programs execution is dependent on the operating system which we used for compilation. So C and C++ are what? Platform dependent programming languages. Same thing I explained in the form of diagram. C program I compiled on Windows operating system. There we got .exe file. The .exe file contains directly executable code and it has the local operating system representations, that is Windows representations. If we want to run this Windows represented .exe file, we must use the same Windows operating system at runtime, not any other operating system. Why? Because the execution engine is able to understand the same Windows representation. So Windows operating system represented by .exe file only we have to provide. So execution operating system, compilation operating system, both must be same. Execution operating system is dependent on the compilation operating system. So C and C++ are what? Platform dependent. If any programming language allows its applications to perform, the compilation is on one operating system and the execution is in another operating system, then the programming language is called a platform independent programming language. Example is what there? Java. Compilation and execution both on two different operating systems, not on the same operating system. Then the programming language is what there? Platform independent programming language. Example is what there? Java. Of course, so many programming languages are available, but the best example here I'm telling there, that is what there? Java. Java is an example here we can identify. If we compile a Java file on Windows operating system, then the compiler will generate a dot class file, where the dot class file contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code, and it is an intermediate code, and it doesn't have the operating system representations. Dot class file nature we are getting totally. If you want to execute bytecode in any operating system, then the bytecode must have the operating system representations. In this context, to make Java as a platform independent programming language and to execute bytecode in the different operating systems, Sun Microsystems has provided converters to convert the bytecode to the local operating system representations. That is what code here? Native code. Okay, conversions are provided. How Sun Microsystems has provided these conversions actually? In a above context, Sun Microsystems has provided the converters along with the execution process in a separate component called what there? JVM. JVM contains conversion mechanism and as well as what there? Execution mechanism. Both are included inside the JVM. JVM in the sense what there? Java Virtual Machine. In Java, the main role of the JVM is what they converting neutral bytecode to the local operating system representation, that is native code, and executing the generated native code. Java is a platform independent programming language because of JVMs only. Java is a platform independent programming language because of JVMs only. But JVM is platform dependent tool. But JVM is what their platform dependent tool. Note here we are providing here. What is that note? No, not only JVM, the complete Java software collection of Java tools like Java compiler, JVM, Java profiler, and so on is a platform dependent. All the Java tools are what? Platform dependent. But Java programming language is what? Their platform independent. Okay, I leave this content here. So the same thing I explained in the form of the diagram. Diagrammatic representation are given. Understand this diagram here. Dot Java file here we have taken that we compiled on Windows operating system. There we are getting dot class file. Right? What is the nature of the dot class file? Dot class file contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code. It is an intermediate code and it is not having the local operating system representations, including Windows representations. Okay, fine. But if you want to run this bytecode on Linux operating system, it must be this bytecode must be converted to Linux representations. That's why we are having this converter. If you want to execute this bytecode on Solaris now, here we require a converter to convert the bytecode from neutral nature to Solaris nature. To execute on the Mac now, the same process here we have to do. To execute on Windows, the same process here we have to do. So converters are provided. How Sun Microsystems has provided these converters actually? Sun Microsystems has provided these converters along with this execution process. So Sun Microsystems has provided these converters and executions in the form of a simple component. That component is what there? JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Remember this point. In the future also, I'm going to ask this question frequently, continuously. What is that question here? I'm going to ask frequently, continuously here. That question would be, who will execute Java programs? That is a question I'm going to ask frequently. Who is responsible to execute our Java program? Who is executing Java programs? Your answer should be what there? JVM, Java Virtual Machine. What are the two responsibilities of the JVM? Translating program from bytecode to neutral bytecode to native code, executing the generated native code. That's it. Okay, leave this punch here. Next one is after this, after completion of which, what are the differences between .exe files and .class files? What are the differences between .exe files and .class files? There are given some differences here. .exe files exist in C and C++, whereas .class files exist in Java. .exe files contains the directly executable code, whereas .class files contains bytecode. It is not directly executable code and it is an intermediate code. .exe files are platform dependent files, whereas .class files are platform independent files. .exe files provide less security for the data, whereas .class files provide more security for the data. Like so. Now this is exactly the content about like what there. All right, the difference like what there, C and C++ are platform dependent, and whereas Java is what there, platform independent. That point here we understood. Now today the topic is like what there, the fourth point. All of you observe carefully. pointer variables exist in C and C++, but the pointer variables do not exist in Java programming language. Pointer variables are not existed in Java programming language, but pointer variables are available in C and C++. Pointer variables do not exist in Java, but whereas pointer variables are existed in what there C and C++. All right, sir. First of all, before going to understand whether the pointer variables are available or not available, before that, first we have to understand what is a pointer variable. First, we have to understand what exactly the meaning of pointer variable. What is the need of this pointer variable? We have to understand that. After that, we are going to think about it, whether they are required or not required in a C, C++ and Java. That we have to understand. All right, sir. Now, let us move on to the points here. Observe carefully. First of all, what is a pointer variable? Already we are aware a little bit definition as we are having knowledge on C programming language previously. All right, sir. What is this pointer variable? Pointer variable is a variable. It is able to store. It is able to store address locations of the data structures. Data structures. In general, in programming languages, variables are able to store data. Say, for example, int I is equal to 10. I is a variable. This variable is able to store what? Data 10. 10 is a data here. The data 10 is going to store in I variable. This is in general variable. But pointer variables are special variables. They're not like normal variables. They're special variables. What they're able to do, these pointer variables are able to store address locations of the data structures. Address locations of the data. Directly I'm telling there, address locations of the data. Where the data structures, where the data structures may be a variable, normal variable is also a data structure. An array is also a data structure. A structure, in the case of C programming language, structures are available. It may be a structure, it may be a structure, another pointer variable or another pointer variable. That another pointer variable is also be a structure, a data structure. Here we can identify another pointer variable and so on and so on and so on. Tell me, sir, what is pointer variable actually? What you are understanding there? Pointer variable is a variable that is able to store address locations of the data structures, where the data structures may be a variable, an array, a structure, another pointer variable, and so on. So let me have some diagrammatic representation for our clarity purpose. And I want to give some clarity, guys. I'm using MacBook. Don't compare this one with the Windows operating system. Why? Because I had one question there yesterday. That's why I'm giving confirmation now. Sir, in my system, I'm not getting your file system and all. I'm checking for documents and all these things in our as like your system. No, I'm using MacBook up to for introduction part. Some concepts can know. Whenever I'm going to do that actual programming, installations and everything, I'm going to show in Windows also. No, Windows, I'm going to use it. I think majority of you are having, almost all of you are having Windows, no, right? Programming and everything, I'm going to show Windows. Once you are comfortable with Windows, once we are doing examples with Windows, for the sake of my flexibility, I'm going to use what there MacBook. That's it. Otherwise, if you are using MacBook, I will show in both. No problem here. Both the operating systems we are going to work up to the end of the courses. No need to worry for it. But which one is simple for us that I'm going to use there. Okay. Right. Now let's move on to the punch here. Now the content here, what I am telling to you, pointer variable. Say for example, I want to provide the concept like what there. Now I want to take int a is equal to 50. Value you have taken into a is equal to 50. Next one is after that int star p semicolon p is equal to ampersand a semicolon. This I am providing pointer variable declaration. Into a is equal to 50 normal variable. Into star p is what there pointer variable. P is equal to ampersand in the sense what there initializing the pointer variable. Okay, this I am providing here clearly. So what is going on internally? What exactly the work is going on internally? When we compile this code, what will happen there internally? First of all, a variable is available. First of all, a variable is existed. That's 1 minute. A variable is available. For this a variable, in the case of C programming language, 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. In the case of C programming language, how much memory will be allocated there? 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. In the 2 bytes of memory, the value 50 will be stored. Alright, now the data is like what there 50, the data will be stored. It's a starting address location is like what there 1010 for example. As is that 1010 value will be provided whenever that memory is created. Address location is available or not? Okay, definitely address location is available. After that, so this is going to be happen when compiler evaluates this particular instruction into a is equal to 50. All of you are getting clarity up to now. Next one, when compiler identifies this into star p, when compiler encounter this into star p, when compiler evaluating that into star p, it understood that it is a pointer variable declaration. Then immediately what it is doing there, it will take pointer variable. It will take pointer variable p, and for this pointer variable, it will assign a block of memory. How much memory is required to store address location? A block of memory will be assigned. This is pointer variable p variable, a block of memory is assigned. Fine. Next one is when compiler encounter this in a section, first compiler will evaluate this one. What is it actually? Ampersand A. That means address location of A. What is that address location of A? 1010. Address location of A is what there? 1010. Whenever it is 1010, automatically that 1010 value will be assigned to what variable? P variable. Now immediately we can understand that 1010 value to this P variable. Directly that value will be stored. Now physically how we are going to represent this one? P is referring the content of this particular address 1010. Literally we can understand P variable is referring the data of like what there A. P variable is referring address location of the A. P variable is referring what there address location of the A. That's it. This is what exactly the internal concept of what there pointer variable. Yes, sir. Are you getting it or not? Diagram. Then later on at the end of the total points, I will give the diagram here. Still, few more points I need to include inside this diagram. Later on I'll include that. So up to now what we understood, just simply we understood what is a pointer variable. What exactly the meaning of pointer variable we understood up to now. Got it? Next one is after that, after completion of which, Now coming to the point, next one. Here the point is what there. Interview question here I'm telling to you directly. My interview question is why pointer variables are not existed in Java and why they are available in C and C++. Why pointer variables not exist in Java? Why they are not available inside the Java? Why they are available in C and C++? Indirectly, I'm going to cover that point also. What is the problem with the pointer variables in Java? Right, that point here I want to say. All right, understand it clearly. One more point here I'm telling there. In a C and C++ applications, pointer variables are recognized and initialized by the compilers at the time of the compilation. Pointer variables are recognized and initialized by the compilers at the time of compilation. All right, sir. Observe carefully why pointer variables not exist in Java. All right. Very first point. Now tell me, in the diagram already given some points here. Who is performing this entire memory allocation and initialization for the pointer variable? Is that compiler or at a runtime environment? Compiler or C engine? Definitely compiler, not C engine. Am I right or not? So pointer variables required memory allocation at compilation time or not? Pointer variables required memory allocation at compilation time or not? Understand my point? So here the point is like what? What I am telling to you. Pointer variables required memory allocation. That means requires static memory allocations. All of you understand my point here? Pointer variables requires static memory allocations. But Java is following what memory allocation? No, dynamic memory allocation. But Java is following what there? Dynamic memory allocations. Java is following dynamic memory allocation. Now tell me, this point is sufficient to say that pointer variables are not suitable in Java. The first point, very first point here, I'm confirming that pointer variables are not at all suitable inside the Java. They are suitable inside what there? C and C++. All right, now observe careful that C and C++ are what they now tell me. C and C++ are following static memory allocation or not? C and C++ are what there? Static memory allocation. Related to this, one more point here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Pointer variables are, understand it clearly, pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages, mainly static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Java is what there? A dynamic programming language. Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Understand it now. Then after that, next point number 3. Everybody observe carefully. Point number 3. Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages. Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages. But Java is a platform independent programming language. But Java is a platform independent programming language. Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. All right, now this point here I want to elaborate, try to understand it now. Put more concentration, easily we can understand it now. First of all, tell me what is platform dependent programming language? What is platform dependent programming language? Sir, what is platform dependent programming language? For compilation and execution, we must use what? The same operating system. What is platform independent programming language? Compilation is on one operating system and execution is on what there? Another operating system. That is what there? Platform independent programming language. Clear up to this? Oh, observe carefully. Platform dependent programming languages. Compilation and execution both must be performed on the same operating system. Wait a minute of time now. Assume it, Java is a platform dependent programming language. For the next 2 minutes of time, assume it. Java is what there? A platform dependent. Pointers are available in Java. Assume this one also. Okay. Now, when we compile a program, compiler will assign memory allocation for the pointer variable. Let's assume it 1010 location is assigned to P1 pointer variable. In the case of platform dependent programming language, same operating system we are using for execution means that same memory allocation for P1 pointer is available at runtime also. So we don't have any problem. At compilation, whatever the 1010 memory allocation we provided for P1 pointer variable, same memory allocation, same P1 variable is available at the runtime also. Why? Because we are using the same operating system. So because of that reason, we don't have any problem up to this platform dependent programming languages for the pointers now. Okay. Now understand it. Next point. Let's assume it. Pointers are available in Java. Java is a platform independent programming language. Platform independent programming language in the sense compilation is going on one operating system and execution is going on in what there? Another operating system. For example, pointers are available in Java. I compiled my program on Windows operating system. In Windows operating system, P1 pointer variable is having 1010 allocation. That's okay up to compilation. But it is a platform independent programming language. I can run it on other system or not. Then what I will do, I'll come to this computer, I'll copy the generated .class file, I'll go to some other computer. In some other computer, I'm going to execute the program. When I execute the program, when I encounter P1 pointer variable, already at compilation time, P1 pointer variable is having memory like 1010. But when we execute the same program at other system, P1 pointer variable is having 1010 location, but that 1010 location is available or not at other system, there is no guarantee for it. At compilation time, for P1 1010 value is assigned. At runtime in other system, 1010 may not be available. When 1010 is not available at other system, how can we maintain the data of this pointer variable in a platform independent programming language? The data losses is going to be happen or not? The data we are going to lose if we are using pointer variables in platform independent or not? So this is not compatible in the platform independent programming language. All of you are following or not? And it is very simple. At compilation time, P1 pointer variable is having the value 1010. Same code if I go to the other system, other operating system, when we execute that program, when we access P1 variable, it is searching for 1010. But 1010 is available at the system where we perform compilation. There is no guarantee to have the same memory allocation in the other system when we execute the program. Automatically data losses are going to be happen. So this is not at all compatible scenario in the case of platform independent programming language. Because of that reason, pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. So pointer variables are not at all suitable inside the Java programming language. All of you are getting clarity up to now? That's nice, fine. Next one is after that, listen carefully. Right, sir. One simple question I'm asking to you. Now try to answer for it. Okay, directly I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Pointer variables are able to reduce security for the data. Pointer variables are able to reduce security for the data. But Java is a very good secure programming language. But Java is what there? A very good secure programming language. Java must must provide very good security for its data. Again, this point is sufficient to say that pointers are not suitable in Java. Yeah, what about this security? See, pointer is a variable which which represents the address locations of the data. If I catch the pointer variable value, easily I can get the address locations of the data or not. Once if you know the address location of the data, easily I can manipulate the data or not. Not only that, easily I can introduce viruses or not. Virus related softwares I can introduce easily in my system or not if I know the address locations of the data. Understand the point here what I am telling there. So pointers are not providing security for our data. Meanwhile, in fact, they are reducing security for the data. But Java is a very good secure programming language. Java must provide security for its data. Java should not lose its security. Got it or not? So because of that reason here we can understand pointer variables are able to reduce security for the data, but Java is a very good secure programming language. So pointers are not at all suitable in the case of Java programming language. But C and C++ are less secured programming languages. They are providing less security for the data. So pointers are suitable in C and C++. Good. Now, all of you observe carefully. The next point here I'm telling to you, understand it clearly. Pointers is a confusion-oriented feature. Pointers is a confusion-oriented feature, but Java is a pointers is a confusion-oriented feature, right? But Java is a simple programming language. But Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide. It must not provide confusion to the developers. Right. Observe carefully. Pointers is a confusion-oriented feature, but Java is simple programming language. Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. Right, sir. Simple example. I'm asking there. The casual question. Try to answer for it. I think you completed your academics. Academics in the sense like what? What I'm telling there? Your BTech or maybe BSc or maybe MCA or maybe something else. Your academics you completed. Fine. In your BTech first year or MCA first year or maybe BSc first year, the very startup programming language is what? C programming language. If you have to this BTech first year, C and data structures is a topic, is a subject in the first year BTech, maybe in the first semester of your BTech. C programming language is available. The straightforward question. In a C programming language, so many features are available. Number of topics are available. Number of concepts are available. Out of all these concepts, which feature is the most confusion oriented feature? Just in your point of view, I'm asking there. Which feature or which topic is the most confusion oriented? So now we are talking about pointers. That's why pointers is the most confusing topic. No, no, not like that. The point is what? In general, in a C programming language, majority of the features are bit confusion oriented features. Where the most confusion oriented feature is what their pointers. Yeah, for me it is a pointer, sir, but I don't know what about your situation. I felt very difficult when I learned about that point C programming language at my BTech first year. Of course, I was failed in C programming language in BTech first year. Yeah, really I'm telling you. Why, sir? Why it is a situation? No? But for me, I'm giving my reason here. So up to intermediate, up to plus two or intermediate Telugu medium completely. All of a sudden we came to what their BTech first year English medium. Unfortunately, my teachers are giving the total complete explanation in English only. So what we are able to aware there? Nothing. We are not getting anything. The BTech first year is totally confusion. Totally confusion. They are coming to the class, they are speaking English. Some people are able to speak English, it's okay, then we can understand it. But some other people are speaking English in a too much fast manner. We are unable to understand even the statements. Total confusion. For me, I'm telling there. Some reasons I'm telling there. Okay, but in my college, C and data structures, there is a faculty. That faculty is teaching the C and data structures in a different style. What is a different style actually? He don't like to use marker board and marker pen. Is getting irritation if he's using like what there board and pen. He don't want to use board and pen. Everything he want to explain on air only. Everything you want to explain on air only. No, he just will come to the class simply standing in front of us, giving some explanation, air explanation only. Nothing. He don't like to use board and marker. Then when the concept is pointers, what he is explaining there, this is pointer variable. This address location, it is referring this address location where data is stored. This is referring this other data. This is related to this one. Total everything is on going on. Are in BTech first year, we are the fresher. We are thinking about, are what is variable, where is the address location? Everything we are checking, we are searching in air. Totally confusion. You are not aware about it. BTech first year, that funny moments I had actually as part of my experience. One situation I want to explain with you. Just 1 month before of the practical exams, lab was constructed for us. New lab was there, and we entered into the BTech first year lab just before 1 month of the practical exams. We went there. Just first time I saw that computer there. First time I touched that computer on that particular moment only, in my BTech first year only. But before that also we have some computers there, but I didn't have any chance to watch it and I don't have any chance to play with that. In BTech first year, just before 1 month of the practicals, we seen that computer. Okay, then we have a lab. 3 hours of lab session is available. They are giving some program there. They said to me, just try to type this program. All my other classmates, they are doing fastly typing and everything. They're executing programs. But my situation is totally different. I'm checking there. Everybody busy with their programs only. But my doubt is what there. I want to start my computer. But where I have to start computer, on the top of the table, I have seen only monitor. I'm trying to click on monitor button continuously. But it is not starting. Red color button, green color button, and again red color button. Red color bulb. No. Then every time. It is not started there. But everybody they started their computer, they are doing work. Even if I ask them, they are busy, totally busy. First time we have seen that lab. Everybody they are interested on doing programs over their systems only. Then finally, I asked my friend there, "Arey, how to start computer? Plus start this computer, then I want to go for program there." Finally, he said to me, "Arey, yaar, are stupid, why you are clicking on every time that monitor button? In the bottom of the table, there is a CPU, then click on that CPU. On that CPU there." Okay, okay. Now, by the time I understood, this is not complete computer. Then there is another mission. That is a CPU. See, understand our BTech first year situations. Then I started CPU. Okay, after that it's okay. Finally, we started computer. Then I got that home screen on my computer. It's okay. Not laptops, only computers, desktops. Okay, fine. Good. There, unfortunately, what happened there? Manual. They are given a manual, a paper. Their program is available. They said to me, just try to type that program. The very first statement, what I identified, hash includes. First one, I need to type what there hash. So searching. After half an hour, I find a hash in the keyboard. There, what happened there? I'm trying to type hash. What exactly it is? No, 3 and hash both are available. I'm typing that hash, but 3 is displaying. It's the toughest part. Continuously I'm typing there 3, but hash. But it is providing 3 only. What I have to do? Again, I asked that. This is a doubt. Okay, then finally my friend has given help. No, if you want to display the special symbols, you have to click on what there shift, then click on that what there 3, then only we are able to get the secondary symbols. No, first symbols are 3 only, secondary symbol is what there hash. Okay, by the time I understood that. Okay, fine, hash is okay, but the next toughest job was started. I want to type I want to type, but I thought of it. I in the sense keyboard, all the letters are available without getting any confusion. I want to type I. So what I'm thinking there, A B C D E F G H I. So I'm searching for all A B C D E F G H I in the same sequence. I'm checking on my keyboard there. Unfortunately, what happened there? All the alphabets are not available in the same order. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. In this order, they are not available. In a different order, they are available. I got a dot. I think so something is wrong. I think my keyboard is wrong. Keyboard here it is no. Unfortunately, I got that wrong keyboard. Immediately, I asked my lab coordinator, "Are stupid? Why you provided this keyboard for me? Change my keyboard now. It's the wrong keyboard there." Immediately, he came to me, asked to me, "Arey yaar, every keyboard is available like that knowledge. Just so you can verify that." But the point is what that we have to change the mindset. So by the time I understood that, but still, it is a question for me. Why in keyboard that keys are available like that, not in an order? In my BTech first, I got this question, but still that question is available. Do you have any answer? After the class, you can reply to me. My question is very clear. Even in BTech first year onwards, I am getting this question. Why keys are not provided in proper order in the keyboard? Of course, I didn't check it in Google also previously, but that question is still remaining. But anyway, the point is what there. I searched for I. After half an hour, I searched for what there N. Like this. Total 3 hours of time. I didn't even completed my program typing there. Just the program is what there. Welcome to XYZ College. That is a program. I didn't complete that. Just typing hash include yesterday.h finish. So these are the experiences inside like what there first year BTech. In this particular innocency, in this particular situation, attending C classes, understanding that pointers, how much it is difficult now, tell me. Yeah, I think not only for me, I think some of you are experiencing the same thing. Okay. These are like what they're my own reasons. That's why I felt very difficult for what their C programming language. It's okay, leave it. These are like not the actual reasons. These are my own reasons. I had that kind of reasons, Kerna. But there are some other reasons. Why pointers are a bit confusion oriented features. I have some other technical reason. What is the technical reason? Understand it clearly. Listen, this is subject now. There are two types of pointers in C programming language. What are the two types of pointers? No? First one is single level pointer. What is this single level pointer? No, a pointer is referring directly data. A pointer is referring directly data. Only one level. Within one level, data reference is going on. This is what their single level pointer. Multi-level pointers are available. What is the meaning of this multi-level pointers? No, a pointer is referring some other pointer, some other pointer is referring some other pointer, some other is referring what there, some other, and so on and so on and so on. Finally, data. Get my point or not? Multi-level pointers. If we take multi-level pointers, if we take multi-level pointers, one level, okay, no problem. Two level is okay, no problem. Three level is also okay, no problem. Four level, okay. But when we go for fifth level, sixth level, seventh level, if you go there, more levels now, automatically we are getting confusion while tracing which pointer is for which pointer and finally which pointer is for data. Get my point or not? There we are getting confusion. Confusion will be increased. That's my point here. So because of that reason, we can understand it. Pointers is totally a bit confusion oriented feature in a C programming language. It will increase confusion to the developers. Understand my point here? But Java is what there? Java is a simple programming language. It should not provide confusion to the developers. Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. That is the reason why here we have the point number 5. Pointers is a confusion oriented feature, but Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. That's it. Right, sir? All of you understand it clearly? What is that interview question here? Why pointer variables not exist in Java? What is the answer for it? No. First point is what they pointer variables required what? Static memory allocation. But Java is following what? Dynamic memory allocation. Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. Pointer variables are able to reduce security for the data, but Java is a very good secure programming language. Pointers is a confusion oriented feature, but Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. Right, sir. That's okay, fine. These are the various points here we understood clearly. But after giving this type of interview question and answer there, Still interviewer may ask one more question to you. Interviewers may ask one more question. What about this question here? Another question there. Observe carefully. Observe carefully. If we observe Java programming language, if you understand Java programming language, there if we provide class A, if we provide this, for class A, if we create an object, A small a is equal to new A object. If we create there also be what happened there? Object will be created. That object is referred by a variable A. Means that we can understand a block of memory. This is called as what there? An object. This is what there? An object. This object is referred by a variable. What is that variable? You know, a variable. A variable is referring this particular object. Right. This is going to be happen in the case of Java when we create an object for a particular class. Now, here the point is like what I'm telling to you. Here the question is, in a C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. So this variable is what variable? Pointer variable. In Java also, when we create an object, a variable is referring a block of memory. When we create an object, a variable is referring a block of memory. That is an object. Object is a block of memory, not any other one. Here also a variable is referring a block of memory. So how can we say that pointers are not available in Java? In the case of C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. So it is a pointer variable. In the case of Java, when we create an object for a particular class, here also a variable is referring an object. Means that a variable is referring a block of memory. So how can we say that pointers are not available in Java? Why don't we say this is a pointer variable? How can we say that pointers are not available in Java? Interviewer may ask this question with you. Now here we have to provide answer for it. What exactly the answer here we have to provide? Observe carefully. Understand it clearly. If you want to, that means indirectly what I am asking there. In the case of Java, this variable is called as reference variable. In the case of Java, this variable is called as what there? Reference variable. In the case of C and C++, that variable is what there? Pointer variable. This variable is what there? Pointer variable. But in the case of Java, it is a pointer variable. But in the case of C and C++, it is a pointer variable. But in the case of Java, this is what the reference variable. Indirectly, what is the question I'm asking there? What exactly the difference between pointer variable and reference variable? What exactly the difference between pointer variable and reference variable? That is my question. Pointer variable internal view we understood, but we need to understand the internal view of the reference variable. How reference variable is going to be created. If you want to understand the reference variable creation, first we have to understand how object is going to be created. After that, we are going to understand the reference variable creation. Right, sir. Let's understand this point now. Put more concentration. Just 5 minutes of time. Put more concentration. In a Java, we are going to use one type of memory. The type of memory is heap memory. Yes, sir. In Java, we are using one type of memory. That memory is what there? Heap memory. Heap memory. To control this entire heap memory, one person is assigned. To control this total heap memory, one person is assigned. Who is this person actually? Heap manager. This person name is what there? Heap manager. Right, sir. This person is what their heap manager. Okay, fine. Now Java code here I want to write. The class A that we have taken. Okay, fine. For class K, here we are going to create object there. New object. Okay. Now tell me, who is going to execute our Java code? Come on. Who is executing our Java code? JVM. Now this is JVM. JVM is ready to execute our code. JVM is executing our Java code. This is JVM. Okay. Now all of you observe carefully. All right, sir. Now, when JVM executes this particular instruction, when JVM encounter this instruction, immediately what JVM will do there? JVM will send a request to the heap manager about to create an object. Then immediately heap manager will search for the required block of memory and heap manager will create an object for this particular JVM requirement. So this is called as what their object. This is called as like what their object. Object is created. Listen carefully. When an object is created, internally heap manager will provide an unique identity for this object. For every object, unique identity must be required. One unique identity is provided by heap manager in the form of an integer value. Say for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This integer value is called as hash code of the object. This integer value is called as what their hash code of the object. When hash code value is created by the heap manager will take the hash code value and heap manager will send the hash code value to the JVM. Heap manager will send the hash code value to the JVM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that value is coming here. Immediately, what your heap manager will do here inside this, what heap manager will do this, heap manager, okay, whenever this hash code value is provided to the JVM, yeah, this value is provided to JVM actually. Heap manager will get that value, it will send that value to the JVM. Now JVM is converting the hash code value to its hexadecimal form, AB56. That is what their hexadecimal form. It's able to provide that hexadecimal form of the hash code. This is like what I'm telling to you, hash code. Okay, now this is a hash code. The hash code is converted to what form? You know, hexadecimal form. Hexadecimal form here is provided. You know, that hexadecimal form of hash code is nothing but what there AB56. That value here we are getting. Now exactly this value is nothing but what there reference value of the object. This value is called as what there a reference value of the object. Whenever the reference value is created, immediately JVM will send that reference value to a variable. This variable is called as what there a reference variable. Immediately JVM will copy that reference value to the variable. That variable is called as what there a reference variable. Now this is called as like what there a reference variable. Now what variable is called as a reference variable? A variable is called as what there a reference variable. Now tell me, a reference variable is created or not? A reference variable is a variable which stores reference value of the object. A reference value of the object is what there hexadecimal form of hash code. Hash code is what there an unique identity provided in the form of an integer value. Now tell me, is that hash code is any address location? No. Is that reference value? Is that reference value is any address location? No. Is that reference variable is storing any address location? No. Finally, reference variable is not at all representing any address location. But pointer variable is referring address location or not? Pointer variable is having address location or not? but reference variable is not having address location. All right, now this is exactly the content here, what we have to understand. All right, so now let me copy this. Now I want to provide this diagram here inside this. All right, now before this, I want to complete one interview question. What is that question here? Observe carefully. What are the differences between pointer variables and reference variables? What are the differences between pointer variables and reference variables? There we have to give answer for it. It's very clear that point number one, all of you observe carefully. The point number one, pointer variables exist in C and C++, whereas reference variables exist in Java. Number two, pointer variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing address locations, but whereas reference variables whereas reference variables are able to refer a block of memory inside the bracket. I'm telling that this is like what their object by storing the object reference value, where the object reference value is the hexadecimal form of the hash code, where hash code is an unique identity provided by the heap manager in the form of an integer value. Right, sir? Where hash code is an unique identity provided by the heap manager in the form of an integer value. That's it. Next one is what? Now the second point here, what I have given there. Pointer variables are able to refer to a block of memory by storing address locations directly. Reference variables are able to refer a block of memory object by storing the object reference value, where the object reference value is the hexadecimal form of the hash code, where the hash code is an unique identity provided by the heap manager in the form of what there? An integer value. That's okay, fine. This is second one. Third point is what there? Pointer variables require static memory allocation and which are supported by the static programming languages and the platform dependent programming languages. But reference variables require dynamic memory allocation and which are supported by the dynamic programming languages and the platform independent programming languages. Right. Now these are the points here we understood clearly. The respective related diagram also here are given. By that you are getting some clarity. Okay. Right. So now this is exactly the differences between this. Exactly the meaning of like what there. Pointer variables exist in C and C++, but reference variable, but pointer variables do not exist in what there? Java. Pointer variables is a variable. It is able to store address locations of the data structures, where the data structures may be a variable, an array, or a struct, or another pointer variable. In a C and C++ applications, pointer variables are recognized and initialized by the compilers at the time of the compilation. Why pointer variables not exist in Java? Pointer variables require static memory allocation, but Java is following dynamic memory allocation. Pointer variables are supported by the static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. Pointer variables are able to reduce security for the data, but Java is a very good secure programming language. Pointer variables is a confusion oriented feature but Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. What are the difference between pointer variables and reference variables? Pointer variables exist in C and C++, but reference variables exist in Java. Pointer variables are able to refer to a block of memory by storing address locations directly, but reference variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing object reference value, where the object reference value is the hexadecimal form of the hash code, where the hash code is a unique identity provided by the heap manager in the form of an integer value. Pointer variables are required static memory allocation and which are supported by the static programming languages and the platform dependent programming languages. Reference variables requires dynamic memory allocation, which are supported by the dynamic programming languages and which are and which are and the platform independent programming languages. Right, sir. Then after that we are getting like what there this total diagram clearly. Okay, right, sir. This difference is also be completed. Then one more difference is available. That is not one more difference. Few more differences are available, but the main important differences are this one. Next one is what there multiple inheritance related content here. So that I will discuss with you on tomorrow. Anyway, time may not be sufficient for it now. Right, and tomorrow I will go for what there next few more differences here. Within 1 or 2 days of time, differences are going to be completed. Then immediately I will start Java features topic. Okay, right, sir. Right, sir. That's all for today. I'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll go for the remaining content here. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Guys, then very soon the link is going to be expired. Then please try to register for the courses. No, then our admin people will send the new link details. All right. Then very soon, I think so. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, link is going to be expired. The new link will come there. For the registered members, link will come as a mail. But other members also will try to register immediately. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.